This week's tech tip is about a new feature in Google Forms where you can turn any Google form into a quiz. To do this, I'm simply going to go to my Drive and create a new form. It's down under More, and I create a new form, and then I'm going to choose a blank form. I'm going to give it a title of T3 practice quiz. I click up here, it'll name it for me. So to create this form, I'm going to create a Google form just like I always do, but before I create it, I'm going to go up under the settings cog, and notice now there is a new part that says quizzes. So a good rule of thumb when you're doing quizzes to always make sure you collect the email address. So I'm going to do that. You can change your features just like you always could before. Now I'm going to go to quizzes, and I'm going to say make this a quiz. Now I can release the grade immediately after submission. I'll do this if I choose only multiple choice answers, or I can choose later after manual review if I would like to look over some short answers. Here's where you can decide when the students get their results, if they can see what questions they missed, they could see the correct answers or the point values. That's totally up to you. Now I've turned it into a quiz, so I click Save. So I'm going to start my first question here. And it's going to be, what time does school start? And I'm going to choose a multiple choice answer for this one. And I'm just going to put in some random times here, 7:30 or 7:45 or 8 o'clock. Now down here, now that I've put in my question, I can click on Answer Key. Here's where I'm going to put in the time that school starts. That's my correct answer, and then I assign how many points I want it to have. Then I come up here and I add another question. And this time, instead of multiple choice, I'll choose checkboxes. I'll say, what time does school end? And then I can put in my options. 2:45, 3 o'clock, or 3:15. And then I can come here and choose my answer key, pick my correct answer, and then assign the number of points. Okay. It's interesting that we can add answer feedback here. So if a student gets an incorrect answer, I could give them a hint or reminder. I could also add a link to their answer that lets them do further research on that topic. I could make a comment on their correct answers if I'd like to, and add a link there as well, and click Save. But I'm not going to leave an answer for the time school gets out. So I have these two answers here, and there's my practice quiz. Now I'm down at the bottom of my quiz again, and there's one more type of question I'd like to show you that you can have self-scored, and that would be a short answer question. So what type of car does Mrs. A drive? And it's a short answer, and when I go into the answer key, I can put in a number of answers like Mrs. A drives a van, Mrs. A drives a Dodge Caravan. I could put in a capital van, lowercase Dodge, uppercase Dodge. And I can put in a number variety and then mark all other answers incorrect. And then make sure I say that it's worth 1 point. And it will self-score those as well. So now I've gone and I have hit send, and I have pushed the link out to my students with a short URL, or pushed it out to them in Google Classroom, or posted it on my website, and students have taken the quiz. So now I'm going to go into the responses, and I can look at the individual responses. I can scroll through them. A released score, epic fail of the test, and this student did a little bit better, and a 4 out of 4 finally at the end, and I can see the questions below. But if I want to see it in a spreadsheet, I'm going to say create a new spreadsheet. And instead of running this through Flubaroo, I have now done it in Google Quizzes, and it has a column which gives me my score right there. Now remember, to see what a student sees at the end of the quiz, don't forget that over here under Quizzes, this is where you can show the student the questions they missed, what the right answers might be, and their point values, just to review that for you. So give it a shot, give a try to Google Quizzes, and let us know how it goes.